Yeah. All right. No, I don't want to make. I don't want to make this video for 45 minutes long. No. No. I'm sorry. My manager's here. I'm sorry.
Are you good for 45 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Great. Okay. Well, Lenny, I've been provided with a list of questions here by the people.
Yes.
See, I'm a translator and interpreter by trade.
Oh.
Don't get too excited about it. And anyway, they want kind of, I guess, comments on each of the songs from you, sort of explain what's going on.
Comment.
Pardon me?
Comment?
Yeah, well, kind of a commentary on each of the tunes of the album.
Oh, wow.
It's not as hard as you think.
Okay, yeah. No, I just... Yeah, all right, I'll do that. I just usually don't like to break the songs down. It kind of, like, takes a lot out of it.
Okay, well,
you know what I mean?
We'll keep it as tasteful as possible and brief.
Okay.
Okay, we first of all been told that What the Fuck was not the first track on the American release.
Exactly. You guys Japan actually has the proper order.
Mm-hmm.
That the way I saw the album going.
Why was the sequence changed?
Because in America, I was going to have problems getting my record in the store. See, a lot of because my music is not exactly commercial as to what's on the radio. It depends on a lot of in-store play and word of mouth and things like that. So if What the Fuck was the first thing on when they dropped the needle down or put the CD player on or whatever, it would have turned a lot of people off. I don't understand. I don't agree. I mean, I know the word fuck and the whole deal, you know, but I mean, I found it to be quite ridiculous. And many stores were threatening not to carry my record.
Just because you used the F word?
Yeah, and that it was first. So it's last in America. Well, next to last. But you guys have the order that I intended.
Okay.
So let your Japanese people know that. They are the only ones on the planet who have the correct order.
An honor, I'm sure. Let's see. It's kind of a song of desperation. Did the Gulf crisis have anything to do with your writing this?
No, I mean that could add to it, but it wasn't what inspired it. Basically, just you know, we're fed so many things, man. We're fed so much bullshit, you know, and you know, people see things in print and they believe that that's gospel, you know, just because it's in print that it's correct, you know, and it's the truth. And basically, What the Fuck are we saying is just examining us, the people, you know, the regular people that I feel are being taken advantage of and being brainwashed and being spoon-fed all this nonsense, you know.
By the way, I have here a copy of the Billboard chart, and the Peace Choir thing didn't really take off in the charts, did it?
No, it went to like number 50-something. But, you know, it wasn't really pushed. It wasn't meant to be, you know, I did it. It was a charity thing. It was, we didn't have, you know, independent radio promoters, you know, working this thing, you know what I mean? It wasn't meant to be pushed. It was just put out there, and it got that high off of just people. I believe it sold in America about 400,000 copies, which is quite a lot for something that wasn't pushed, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm glad it did what it did. I look at it as being a success, just the fact that it was done. You know, the idea was conceived and it was put out, and that was in a matter of 9-10 days from idea to MTV and radio, you know. And as you know, being in this business, putting together something like that for free, and you got to get all these artists, you have to get production people and video and film and, you know, distribution and all kinds of things and politics. That was quite a feat to be pulled off in a matter of days. and have 3 recording sessions in, you know, London, New York, and Los Angeles. You know, it was quite a number.
I guess it holds the distinction of being probably the one major protest against the conflict during its short.
Yeah, well, there weren't any others, which was a surprise to me. I couldn't believe that, you know. But yeah, you know, I'm just glad I did it.
And then at the same time, there was the Voices That Care project, which I believe is still climbing the charts, as well as the Star Spangled Banner by Whitney Houston. Which
yeah, I found, you know, no disrespect. I don't know, you know. I don't know if I really have any comment on that. It's just, you know, people wanted, you know, it was a good time for folks that wanted to be patriotic to be patriotic. You know, I support the troops. I feel bad for what they had to go through on both sides. You know what I mean? I think that just human loss is just awful over things like this. You think that we would be advanced enough, you know, to handle problems with our minds, you know, and to negotiate and to be diplomats and you'd think that we would all care about each other equally on this planet because we're all from the same planet. But as you know, it's not like that. We, you know, we have prejudices and we have problems, religious, social, you know, the whole deal. And the reason I guess those things were a bit more successful was because people wanted to be patriotic and have something to be patriotic about. So, you know, Whitney Houston sings the Star Spangled Banner, enters the fucking Billboard charts. You know, I mean, but whatever.
So you think there was room for a diplomatic solution? You think that?
Well, no, I'm not saying there was. You would think that we would be able to, just as long as man has been on this planet, and all that we've been through, all the wars, all the things, all the problems from the beginning of time, you would think that by now we would have learned how to deal with each other, but we have not. I'm not saying there was a diplomatic solution to Saddam Hussein or whatever. You know, but I don't want to get, you know, you know, we could talk about music, or whatever. I don't want to get too political here, but you know, you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Getting back to this problem about the sequencing of the songs there, one of the guys that was writing the questions for this interview was noting here that it seems rather unbelievable to the average Japanese fan that you don't sell a lot more records in the United States. What exactly is holding you back commercial-wise?
People just aren't maybe ready for me yet, you know? People are too busy, you know, trying to figure me out. I'm new, you know, but people will be ready for me. It'll come. You know, I just do what I do, you know?
Yeah.
I just do what I do. This is what comes out of me. I don't plan it. And, you know.
Okay.
It's going to be fine.
Okay.
I mean, you're asking me, the Japanese wonder why I don't sell more in America. You're saying that because, what, because I do so well in Japan?
Well, they look at you as like, well, especially this magazine, Rocking On Magazine, is like the largest selling music magazine here. And you're one of the more important artists to them. So
right.
They wonder why, you know, an artist of your stature is not doing well. You know, along the lines of like a Sting or a Prince or a.
Well, just let them know that they might be a bit hit before some other people. You know, it takes time. It doesn't all happen in one place at one time. You know.
Okay, getting back to the songs here now. Fields of Joy is a cover?
Yes.
Of whose tune?
Michael Kamen. It was a group called the New York Rock Ensemble in the 70s.
Oh, yeah. What, you were a fan of theirs or something? Or was it
no, it was a song that I knew not through them, but through when I was in the boys' choir when I was a kid. We used to sing that song, but I didn't know where it came from. I was taught that song secondhand, you know, not off the album.
What sort of boys' choir were you in?
I was in the California Boys Choir when I was a young boy.